I see we're starting. All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the Awesemo.com live before lock show, where we'll be breaking down the MLB action. Probably not any NHL or WNBA, but maybe we'll think about it. I'm Chris Baggs, joined by the star of this year channel, Josh Engelman. Josh, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. Announcement from Shams: Detroit Pistons plan to interview Kenny Smith for the head coaching job.
That's weird. That is not. It's not one I would have expected. I don't know. I didn't know that he had coaching ambitions because he's such an asshole on the show, or he doesn't carry himself with any degree of seriousness.
He's got to make really good money. Why would you want to put in all that extra work?
He probably just wants to see if he can do it. He probably sees his peers doing it and is like, "Well, I could be better than them." I could see that. The logic makes sense.
I'll happily crack jokes with Shaq for like $3 million a year or whatever he makes.
True. That's not a bad gig either, but he probably wants to be more relevant. And I guess there's a difference between talking and doing. I admire that. Good for Kenny Smith. Thanks, Bill Butler, with a hair compliment. It's more of an angle thing. It is not kid or play-esque, I think, given that I am a white man, and those are both African-American gentlemen. But let's talk MLB. Why not? Because we have 10 games today. Any weather stuff up front that we need to be worried about?
Great question. Haven't looked. Haven't looked since this morning. Let me be more specific. My eye doctor appointment threw off my whole prep game. So Angels Tigers is going to be trouble.
Ooh, interesting. I don't think I have anybody from that, but Ohtani looked pretty good.
Yeah, we're not projecting terribly large amounts of ownership there either. So.
Interesting.
Agreed. I think that's really the only game that matters.
None of the Rockies?
No, it should be fine.
Okay. All right, so cool. No other concerns. What are we doing for... Let's go pitchers first, because we have an article about pitchers from Awesemo. If you are not a premium member of Awesemo.com, you should be, because there is a thing like today, or there's a lot of content, but today there's one thing in particular which would be useful, which is Awesemo breaking down his perfect pitchers, the likelihood of each pitcher on the slate of being the top pitcher of the day, plus the value rating. There's a lot of helpful stuff in there. So check that out if you are a premium member. But Josh, what are you thinking for premium tonight, or for pitchers tonight? Premium or otherwise?
So I assume we're asking DK to start. I'll be underweight on Paxton and Stripling, as I want to be. If we're talking about guys that I'm heavy on, it'll probably be Manaea, maybe some Joe Musgrove. I don't think people are going to be on. Ohtani, I'll be heavier on. John Gray, I'll probably be heavier on. So I'm all over the map tonight. There's just so much.
Stripling.
Well, I'll have my limit of Stripling, but I'll be half the field or so.
Okay, I like Stripling again. I wanted to not like Stripling just because he's going to be pretty highly owned and he's had 2 big games in a row. But man, he's fucking cheap on DraftKings. Like, he is very, very affordable, and he has definitely top pitcher upside.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I'll have him quite a bit. I don't see him as the best path to victory, I guess, would be the best way to say it.
I guess according to David Riggs, you said you'll have an astronomical amount of Urania earlier. Do you still feel that way?
Yes, I am above the field on Urania right now.
Is there a reason why? Because I actually currently have Urania too, but I want to see if you have a good reason.
I mean, I rarely have reasons other than it's just coming up that way.
Got it.
But if we're thinking about it legit, under 4 run total in San Diego. San Diego bats suck. It's in Petco. All those signs point to something decent. Padres K 26% of the time against righties. League average is 22%. They've got a 122 ISO against righties. 161 is league average. They're just putrid against right-handed pitching. So I'll take my chances on whoever the pitcher is, really, coming into Petco in that scenario.
Yeah, okay, that's exactly what I was thinking too. And also, a very good price on DraftKings that worked well with Stripling for me in the single entry I'm doing. I like the Scherzer tier of guys too, but I ended up paying for more expensive bats, I think. Let's talk about that, I guess. What are you stacking tonight so far?
I just want to point out Dr. Pepper's comments about how awesome Alex's perfect pitcher percentage article is. Like, I really, really do love those articles, and like nobody else talks like that. So that's why I really love it. Hitters, Rockies, Nats, Angels, Twins. Those are my top 4 stacks on DK.
I didn't. You know what? To be honest, I was just wondering where you picked Dr. Pepper from, and I actually don't look at the Twitch chat anymore because nobody's ever on there.
Yeah. He said, finally joined Premium after freeloading off of you for 3 months and Josh for 3 months. That perfect pitcher percentage article is a great way to think about lineup constructing.
There you go. So Dr. Pepper, he's a doctor. So, I mean, if he's saying it's great news, then apparently
Pepper
that is. Oh, what are you cracking open there?
Low Res by 6 Point Brewery. It's
I like that one.
Some sort of like, I don't know what. Smells fruity. It's the only beers that I had left in the house that weren't like trash beers.
I like 6 Point. They're a good brewery. Any good questions? Thoughts on Walters as part of a Colorado stack on DK? I guess, Colorado's going to be popular tonight. Let's just take it from there. What are you stacking on Colorado if you were to stack them?
The whole lineup.
Okay.
I'm not even trying to be funny. I have
it's very specific.
170 total percentage. So, like, literally, I have the entire lineup 10% or higher. So.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I like Arenado the most tonight. Actually, pretty much on the slate. I think he's one of the better players. He's gonna also be very highly owned. But boy, his numbers really jump off the page to me, and being at Coors too, very nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have a hard time not agreeing with that. Like, let's see, he has my 3rd highest projection of anybody on the entire slate. Ignoring pitchers, obviously. So, yeah, I'm right there with you.
Let's see. Rajman Gargamel asking. I just gave up on pronouncing that. So I'll go with the Smurfs wizard. Holy shit, Jake actually picked my home run guy that I was going to go with. Fuck. Well, anyway, Rajman wants to know about the Detroit weather. So you're playing Ohtani a little bit, right? So, I mean, you're not that concerned about it?
No, not really. I think that he'll be able to get in enough innings that the start will be fine. And I'm just still sort of shocked at what we're projecting his ownership at. So I kind of just want to be there because if it wasn't for the ownership, I would probably have like a crazy where his ownership is in the weather. I would probably have a crazy amount of him. But right now I'm capping him at 10%, which is 3 times as much as we're projecting him for. So.
Okay. I'm all right with that. I guess let's do, since Jake is putting his home run in there, we might as well just do it now, I guess. Jake also picking an Atlanta catcher for the 2nd straight day to hit a home run. So he's got an angle there. But yeah, Kurt Suzuki's a good pick. Josh, who would you go with? Because I need to actually think about it.
Oh, yeah, because I just had one queued up.
You should. You have an Excel spreadsheet with it. I'm just using Magic. And
I have an Excel spreadsheet of everything.
Well, fine, but still, you still have one and I don't. So you're only adds more validity to my argument.
Oh yeah, Albert Pujols and Brian Anderson were not picked on Monday. We didn't do this shit on Monday.
Nope.
I was wondering, stupid Memorial Day, messing me up here. All right, there we go. All right, so Jake has Kurt Suzuki. I'm gonna go with. Let me see. I'm going to go with Jay Bruce.
Ooh, okay. You know what? I'll keep it in the NL East and same game as well and go Ozzy Albies.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? That's all. Listen, Jason Vargas is not a good pitcher. He had one good game a couple times ago when I was targeting him. So I'm going back. I'm bullying him. I guess you guys played on Mondays. Okay, good. So that's good. Actually, I wasn't wrong for one day then. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Wait, who did you? Hold on. Did I just fuck this up again?
Monday I didn't have anybody because I didn't make a pick. I wasn't on any of the streams.
None, but no one did a stream.
But you guys did one apparently.
Yeah. Morning.
So give me,
or we did. Yeah, we were early. Got it. We're good.
Give me a yellow for that, I guess.
Yeah, whatever.
And then I had Robbie Grossman yesterday.
I have this all fucked up right now. I'm not fixing it. I'll figure it out tomorrow.
Oh, because you have Tuesday as being Monday.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. It's not worth the time right now. None of us got a home run, so it's not like we're missing anything.
I pulled up one more. I'm even further in the head now. It's fantastic. Anyway, fine. So there we go. We're all picking in the Braves-Mets game.
So I have a new idea for like a live stream contest.
Okay, what is it?
I think that we should all enter like the same $1 tournament or something on DraftKings and like compete against each other over the rest of this.
Yeah, something. The same like the same GPP for the bunch of people, or just do like, I guess we can't do $1 each.
No, like all three of us get into some $1 GPP every day.
Okay, I could do that. I could do that. I'll expense that back to Osmo.
Yeah, we don't have to play like some sort of $100 single entry or anything and make it real weird, but like.
No, I agree. I think they should fund $100 single entry for us every single day just for this purpose. So I agree. Fantastic idea, Josh.
Only ones I have.
Jake is really asking a lot of questions. Jake is being a great chat contributor. How much stripling did you end up
on? Good question. Let me paste this crunch in and we'll find out. Only lineup that's still out. Well, two lineups left. Marlins and Phillies. Not really on the Marlins or the Phillies, so it's really not going to matter all that much.
As long as Big Smoke Jose Arena's out there throwing that gas. That's all I care about.
Alrighty. I have 35% stripling.
Okay, so you still have a good amount of stripling. You're not like fading them. You're not. Okay.
His price is too good. You can't avoid that shit.
Let's do a DraftKings league for everyone. Oh, that's a nice thought. I like for everyone. That's always an inclusive idea. I appreciate that.
Gives a shit about everybody else.
Yeah, it's not good to build community or anything on here. Why would you want to do that? Fuck you guys. It's all just about us jerking each other's off.
I've been told I'm an asshole and unhelpful on my past 2 Spotlight Hitter articles, so I just assume that that's true.
Oh, really? I tried to actually make the thumbnail usually for Switch and Hedge every day to be a guy I think is in the best spot. I've been nailing those and I actually didn't do it intentionally at first, and then I switched over. So making me feel good. And my thumbnail choices have been strong because you don't want to have like a loser on your thumbnail. I feel like that's always a bad look. Even if it's not what the article's about. I'm not making picks.
Scratched.
Oh, that's right. Did you talk Chubster today?
Did I talk Chubster? No.
Oh, Jake was supposed to ask you about the origin of Chubster, so you had to tell it again.
There is no origin.
There's
not an origin story here.
There is. You just didn't want to reveal it. I thought that was what the whole takeaway was from Friday.
No, I've never been called Chubster outside of 4 days ago.
Wasn't the story that you had an erection at an event, or at least it appeared you did. Pretty sure that was what it was.
Yeah, that's again fully made up story.
I'm pretty sure that was your origin story. Like if you were a superhero, that's where the Chubster was born.
If my nickname were Chubster, and if the reason was because of having some inappropriate erection, I'd tell everyone.
That is actually a Chubster move. The Chubster, if somebody were nicknamed Chubster, I'm pretty sure they would want everybody to know that. That's fair.
Unless it was like the same way you call bald guys curly. And they called me Chubster even though it was just like a stump.
Or if it were like at like a friend's funeral or something. Like you wouldn't want that being broadcast.
Yeah, I should also go see a therapist in that case to find out why I have an erection at a friend's funeral.
Just, that happens. It's natural. It's all natural. Jake's second highest owned stack today is the Twins. Twins were not great for me yesterday, so I'm not on the Twins today.
He would know. He's got the inside info.
He is. He is a noted Twins aficionado. Well, actually, what did you upgrade him to? I forgot.
What do you mean?
Like, didn't you go level above with his Twins fandom and say he's like the biggest Twins fan?
I just call him the Minnesota Jakes now.
That's it. That's what it is. Okay. I forgot. I got to remember your guys' bits, too. I don't want to not sell your jokes correctly.
I wrote it in my article today. I called them the Jakes in written content. So, like, I'd imagine most of those people don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, Jake is obviously, if you're not watching the live stream regularly, he's one of our contributors to the site. Also the owner of baseballsavant.mlb.com. A great resource if you're doing your fantasy research. Want to check things like how bad pitchers are. It's a useful resource to go to that Jake created all on his own in his dorm at St. Thomas. It was actually a pretty inspirational story. Very similar to the Social Network. I'm doing 8 lineups on FanDuel. Should I really play more than one Urania line?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think you need to go crazy on Urania. Yeah. FanDuel, favorite teams now that all the lineups have come out?
They haven't all come out, but they're the same as they were before. Nothing's changed. The only lineups we were waiting on were Phillies and Marlins, and both of those teams are dog shit today. So, yeah, I'm good. I'm right where I want to be.
If you were going to go against Stripling, though, I don't mind Rhys Hoskins coming back to the lineup theoretically. I think that's an interesting play. I was actually trying to think of a way to fade Stripling, but I'd rather play him, is what I landed on.
Yeah, I can't get to the Phillies. 3.1 run implied total. I'm fishing there. Big time K rate. Like, I'll be fine.
It's not great, but they have a couple hitters who aren't bad versus a righty. So listen, I'm just throwing out ideas. We're just spitballing here.
Do they have a couple hitters that are good? I guess.
Yeah, they have a couple guys against righties.
They're grading out really fucking bad for me.
Let's see. I'll pull. I know Hoskins is one of the guys who I would consider playing if I were to try to fade. I'm trying to see if might be one or two more.
Jesus,
I mean, it's also at Dodger Stadium, so we've talked about this, I think, on one of the streams. It was either with you or with Jake, but still don't want to target a guy in like a bad hitter ballpark, even if you think the pitcher's not going to be great. So you got Carlos Santana looks pretty good, I think, too. He's in the lineup, right? Or should be.
I mean, I like him better with Rob Thomas.
Pretty much. I can keep doing it. Yeah, I think Herrera and Santana is who I would play. If I were fading Stripling and wanting to target that real bad, I think I'd play Hoskins, Herrera, and Santana. Pairing Ohtani with Paxton and most of Brittany Seeger's lineups with a fade on the Coors game. Well, good for you, Brittany Seeger. I think that's... The fuck are you playing if you're playing Ohtani and Paxton? It's pretty expensive.
No, Ohtani's not expensive.
On DraftKings, I think he's like 11,000.
No, you're thinking of the wrong guy.
No? I mean, I didn't
fuck, he is 11-2. Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty expensive.
Yeah. That was why I ended up going down to Stripling, because I was like, fuck this. I'm not paying... Like, I would pay for Scherzer, but Paxton, Ohtani, like, I don't want to pay... that much for those guys necessarily. Which of the top pitchers do you think has the best likelihood? I asked Jake this question, like putting him on the spot, so I'm just saying to you. Which of the top price pitchers has the most likelihood of failing tonight?
Which of the top pitchers is most likely to what?
Likelihood of failing.
Oh, shit.
Or failure.
I mean, are we talking Scherzer, Paxton, Ohtani? That's what we're considering top 3?
Yeah, I'm trying to... Is there anybody else in that ballpark?
Unless you're including, like, Stripling in that.
No, I wouldn't go Stripling. Stripling's cheap enough for...
Yeah,
just those 3. Yeah, Hendricks is actually significantly down priced. So, yeah, just those 3.
I would say... Scherzer?
Really? I like Scherzer.
Oh, so do I. I mean, I love him. The reason I say it is just sort of because of the Orioles lineup. Like, Machado, Trumbo, Chris Davis, no Alvarez. Maybe I don't necessarily think that as much. They just had a lot of guys that could, like, change the game with a home run.
Okay.
If I'm picking between those guys. Without Alvarez in there, I don't feel as excited about it. I mean, the answer is, if we're being serious, the answer is Ohtani because he's the lesser option. But I saw a path to like the Orioles just hitting a couple long balls or something.
Yeah, I think for me, I would say, like, if I were going to fade one of those guys in particular, I'd probably fade Paxton, just because I don't know, like Paxton grades out pretty well, but I think he's going to be a little highly owned. Actually, I don't know what our ownership is relative to the risk I think involved.
We have Paxton at
almost 60,
half.
Yeah. So I mean, to me, yeah, I would think that's a pretty okay place to pivot off of. I don't know. I like Ohtani. Ohtani's never on slates that I play, so I'd be kind of excited to play him.
I feel like I've never even said his name as a pitcher.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I never get access to him, and it's nice to see him on the slate. It's nice to be involved. Nice to be in the mix.
Yeah, his beer is good.
Soto, Harper, Rendon, good stack.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Yeah, he could have just put a period. Also, big news. Went to get my eyes checked today. I don't ever take my contacts out. I sleep in them every day. Like, I treat my eyes as poorly as I can. My prescription got better. I've got the best eyes in the world. I assume it's because of all the weed.
Are you eating carrots? Like, is it a Bugs Bunny thing?
No, I eat like as little amount of vegetables as possible. Fuck ton of pizza, fuck ton of tacos. Like, that's pretty much it.
Especially considering how much you look at a screen. Like, I would just think it's possible for your eyesight
basically
to get better. Yeah.
I sleep in them every day. I haven't, like, these are new now, obviously. The pair I had in here before, 3 months, easy.
Maybe you're becoming a cyborg because you always have them in.
Yeah, I don't know. The only thing he said was the veins or whatever that are in your eye, or whatever word I'm looking for that's, like, similar to veins, are starting to grow into, like, the colored part of my eye, which apparently is not what it's supposed to do.
Oh, yeah, you don't want the colored part mixing with the...
No. But anyway, yeah. So my eyes got better. So I'm everything's getting better in life. I'm awesome.
Everything's coming up, Chubster. That's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna win a GPP and get better eyes today.
That would be nice. That'd be nice to have 2 big victories there. What? Oh boy. Any love for Tehran tonight?
No.
Yeah, I don't have any either. I do like the National stack though. I am playing the Nationals and actually thought a decent amount about. I mean, pretty much all those guys. I'm not playing Rendon though. That is the one guy I'm not currently going to. But Soto looks good to me. Harper looks good. I like Matt Adams a lot. I'm curious about Mark Reynolds. We actually have him being pretty lowly owned. I enjoy a lot of the Nationals tonight. Is Ramos okay as a one-off catcher?
Yep.
Okay. Sure. I agree.
I'm gonna give like a real answer now, but I'm pretty sure the answer is yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Would you play any of John Gray tonight?
Yes. I have like entirely too much.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not really stoked about it. It's got me super nervous, but I'm fine with it.
I mean, if they say you should target any field for a pitcher, it's Coors Field. That's what everybody always tells us.
I mean, if we're being serious for a second, like the Giants' implied total 4.9 obviously does scare me a little bit, but that's not like crazy awful. 60% chance to win, or 60% chance to win for the Rockies. Gray's got the stuff; like he can have a good outing here. So I'm happy. I'm perfectly fine being over the field on Gray.
That's fair. He's had a couple decent games at Coors. I get it. But it is hard to mentally to pick a pitcher at Coors. But if you're going to pick one, I think John Gray is an okay one to pick. So I'll allow it, Josh, just tonight.
Good.
Are the Nats going to be chalky? Good question.
No.
Why are they going to be chalky?
That's a great question. I don't know. They're chalky to me. But, I mean, they are going to be chalky, but they're not the most chalky. I think we have them 3rd in total ownership right now.
Interesting.
Yes. So, like, in a way, they're chalky, but they're not the chalkiest. We've got the Nats and or we've got the Angels and Rockies ahead of them.
Yeah, and I mean some of the pieces are still going to be pretty highly owned, but yeah, I mean a lot of parts of the stack that I have aren't that bad, so I don't mind that.
There's the Phillies
Ohtani.
lineup.
Oh, there you go.
Mitch Walding hitting 7th. Obviously didn't have that dude in here.
Thank God. Eric Johnson, if you want to know who they're lower owned, then you should get an Osmo.com premium membership to find out for yourself. Because that's the way you can look on demand instead of just getting the information when we decide to give it to you.
Very true.
So go sign up.
Yeah, do that.
Matthew Produel, we already gave the dong picks. They are all from the Atlanta Mets game. Old Jakey baseball savant Hari has Kurt Suzuki. I am going with Ozzy Albies, and Josh is going with Jay Bruce. So we're keeping it all in Atlanta. Just Stripling the best cash pitcher on FanDuel.
Huh. Yeah, probably.
Okay. Surprised people still play cash.
Trying to think about this. I mean, I would like him the most there. You can make a case for, honestly, Scherzer in that particular spot. It's probably Scherzer. It's probably not Stripling. I don't think Stripling at, well, let me look at the projections. I've got Stripling at 36. Yeah, it's probably Stripling at that price point and his ceiling. Although we're not projecting a ton of ownership. I'm in between there. Stripling or Scherzer for me.
Which Mets bats do you like, if any? I mean, I assume you like Jay Bruce, but
I like them all. No, that's
really?
I mean, I've got more than the field on DK. I like Bruce. Bruce, Batista, Cabrera, and Kevin Plawecki are my main ownership guys there. And then they're my second highest stack on FanDuel, or at least they were before I reran this. I got to run FanDuel now. So that's where I'm at.
If you can play a team whose home stadium is on fire at some point during the day, that's probably good luck.
Did that happen today?
Yeah, there was like an explosion and a fire at Citi Field. That very symbolic of their season. 3,900 left for an outfielder one-off on DK. Would you go Austin Meadows, Soto, or Brandon Nimmo? I would go Soto. I'm playing Soto tonight. But
yeah, I have a ton of Soto. If I'm looking for a one-off, it's probably not Soto. Let me open those guys up, though.
It's probably got to be Meadows, I would think, without even looking.
I don't know about that one either. But maybe,
really?
I don't know. We'll find out here. So it was Soto, Meadows. What? Jesus Christ, there's 3,900 left? Are they all near each other?
Yeah, I believe so.
Soto, Meadows, or Nimmo? Gotcha. Yeah, I would say, man, it's Meadows would be last for me.
Wow. I mean, Kyle Hendricks will do that.
You know what? It's probably I have Soto so far away from Nimmo that I don't think the projected ownership makes up for it. So I'm going to say Soto.
Hey, all right. I felt really invested in that as somebody playing Soto. Any Ryan Healy shares for you, Josh?
Probably.
It's a great player.
Oh, that's on catcher. Nope. Yeah, 2%.
Oh, okay. There you go. A little taste. You don't want to get too much Ryan Healy. He'll congest you.
Just like I like my milk.
Yes, Ryan Healy is actually very similar to milk in many ways.
I prefer whole milk anyway, so I'm just lying.
Really? It's so creamy.
Here's one for you. When they ask you milk choice at like Starbucks and stuff, answer breast and see what they do. Yes, everybody on the chat should do that. Send in your videos. Let's do a little jackass offshoot of this DFS site. I agree. Yeah, that's what you should do. I highly, highly, highly recommend that. Whenever they ask you what sort of milk you want in your coffee, answer breast. you will get an interesting look, one way or the other.
Oh, speaking of people doing impossible things that the people in the chat won't do, just a reminder, if you do win a GPP above 10,000 people, you do get a segment on this show. So if you are winning GPPs, make sure to let us know, and we'll have you on, and we'll talk all about your successes, and hopefully you're not weird and bad on camera. So go, if you do enter a tournament and win, let us know. Tweet us at Chris Spags, 2 S's, or at Joshy Engels, Joshy Chubster Engelman on Twitter.
Great. They'll hunt me right down with that one.
Would you go Camargo as a one-off?
Jesus, probably not. I would imagine no. I mean, I barely have. Well,
he wasn't one of the Braves that I wanted.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, I guess it's fine. It's hard to like really fault a one-off, but he's even projected to have like a little bit of ownership. So if I'm gonna have a one-off, I'd rather just go to somebody that's not owned.
Will you have any of Yasmani Grandal? Would you say that you are afflicted with Yasmania today?
I am inflicted with Yasmania today.
Okay. Are you actually, or are we doing a bit?
Yeah, I've got twice the field.
Ooh, okay. That's good. I mean, look, if you want to be a Yasmaniac, you got to start with owning a lot of them. He's big on support. He also cups his hand to his ear often.
Mark Koval, I shared in GPP win with 224 people in a DK showdown the other night. Does that count? Nope, that's called a Spags.
Oh, that's hurtful. And it's but I agree that is accurate. That is my one first place finish. No, that doesn't count. Got to be 10,000 above. And I would say no sharing with anyone. I think it's got to be a sole claiming of first place.
I mean, if it's just you and another guy and it's like 25,000 or something, kudos.
True.
Yeah, but if it's like a short slate, common train lineup, then no, you should out of luck, pal.
I feel like we're not going to have them on the show, though, if they tie for first place. Like, I feel like it's got to be a pure win.
We're not going to have both of them, but I assume that we'll only need one. What are the chances that both of them are listeners as well?
If it's Drew N, no, then no. Then it doesn't count.
He can win the Millie Maker, and I'm not sure I'm going to let him out here.
How about Corey Spangenberg as a one-off, given his price, and then he's batting second?
I mean, that one's more legit to me than any others, but Osimo also grades him as fucking nothing, so that can't be right. Why would the Twins just not be on our rankings? They have to be there. It doesn't matter.
And Bosch says he took down the $8 rally cap last Wednesday, but doesn't have Twitter. I mean, you gotta, I don't know.
Email?
You send a screenshot, email a screenshot to Josh.
Yeah.
You want to claim the prize. I don't have an Osmo email yet.
Are you serious?
No, I will, because I was a contractor. I just like everybody in the chat knows, I'm now technically a full-time employee of Osmo. Yay! Welcome. But I just as a contractor, I didn't need the email. I barely need the email now, but I actually just have to ask for it.
I don't use that now. I usually just use the support email address.
Well, whatever. I'll get an email at some point.
Cool.
Doesn't matter.
Corner the market on Chris at Osmo.com.
That's true.
Or
I think there is no.
Osmo.com is probably what you would do, I'm guessing.
I usually go Chris. At least I was Chris at Barstool Sports. I was Chris at My Site Guyism. So I like that there's a Chris thing. It's more professional that way. Yeah. Took first in a single entry for 2 Gs. No, doesn't count. 10,000 people, 10,000 entries at least. Any Kinsler love tonight?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, cool. I've got twice the field.
Ooh, that is a fair amount of love. Favorite one-off on the Rockies per dollar wise. I don't view the Rockies quite that way. Like, to me, Arenado was so far and away the guy who looks like he's going to rake the most that I think it's got to be Arenado. But I don't know. What would you do value play on the Rockies?
Daniel Castro, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I just think Arenado's such a better play. Why are you gonna? I wouldn't take one of the cheap guys. I'd rather play the better guy. Chris, what did you do at Barcelona? I worked there for 3 years and wrote that. Guyism, yes, that's the site that I created where Katie Nolan got her big break. Now we've answered all of my life questions. What percentage of A's stacks do you have?
I have 13% on FanDuel as of right now and 1% A's, so you could treat that as a 0 as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, okay. Anything else good? Angel stack tonight. Can I hook you up with Katie Nolan? No, I don't think that's possible. Katie Nolan's too busy making $1 million a year and not actually working.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if you get that gig, I have no issue with that at all.
She's doing it right.
Yeah, I won't even go into it. It's not the venue for it. Maybe with some other live stream, it's a little slower. Marine layer of thick fog apparently in San Diego. Good. That's probably great for Jose Urena.
Yeah, fucking find out how to play in fog.
I imagine that'd be pretty hard to see a ball.
I'll show you 2 of the biggest you've ever seen.
Classic Chubster. Would you stack any Rays tonight? Or are you stacking any Rays tonight?
Barely. 1 or 2 lines out of everything that I've got. So, by all accounts, no.
Yeah, I don't really see a reason there. Manaea is not like a great pitcher, but nobody in that game really is exciting me. I don't know.
No one giving you the Chubster from that game?
no Chubster going for the old Athletics and Rays matchup.
God, my memory sucks.
Best value plays for FanDuel and DK. That's overbroad. But do you have anything that pops to mind when somebody asks for best value play on DK or FanDuel?
I couldn't even tell you anyone's salary.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you there's a place you can find a whole list of them broken down by grade, and that's at osmo.com if you're a premium member. You gotta ask more specific questions than that if you want, like about
best value on both sites too. Man, that's rude as shit. Give me Jock Peterson. Let's see, Guillermo Heredia. I'm gonna give you some low-hanging fruit, high-hanging fruit, I guess. Yeah, Jock Peterson for me is like he's my dude.
I would go Kurt Suzuki because I like a good catcher value, and he's Jake's home run pick, which worries me a little bit. But yeah, I like Kurt Suzuki as a value. I mean, a relative value, I guess, given the team total and all that. Weather update. Are any games? Are you still playing Ohtani? Or are there any more concerns in that Detroit Anaheim game? Or
no, I'm
Los
still
Angeles?
Nothing's changed. I'll still have some Ohtani, more than the field, and I'll cross my fingers.
So no weather update concerns, or no concerns rather, Matt Swan. Any love for Rizzo tonight? Any love for the Cubs in general? Like, I assume not, because your boy Joe Musgrave is going against them. But
yeah, I've got no Cubs.
Josh is life bonded with Joe Musgrave, so it's hard for him to go against him.
I don't even know where that could be coming from.
You were so big on him the other day, and he was actually really good.
No, I don't even remember. But it's too much weed, man. My memory is shot. I just pasted the same crunch into the template file like 3 times because I couldn't remember if I did it, and I was doing it like over and over again. It's like I have 33-year-old dementia. I'm like a fucking goldfish. I still don't know if I've uploaded it. Have I uploaded it? I don't. Maybe. I swear, like, I already forgot if I did this.
Yeah, Jake yesterday tethered himself to Austin Bibbins Dirks. So actually, I don't know how he did. I assume mediocre, but
he was fine for his price.
Okay, so that's what Jake was going for, except that he was going as a Danny Duffy fade, and I think Danny Duffy actually had a pretty good day. Because I was stacking against him, and once again blew up. Eventually, I'm going to stop stacking against Danny Duffy, just like I stopped playing CC Sabathia, but we're not there yet. Not there yet. What's your favorite strain of marijuana drugs, Josh?
I just got Kosher Kush, allegedly, and it's fucking awesome. But
like, is it actually kosher?
I think so, yeah. So like it won a cannabis cup or something like that. I'm sure like I think it like started kosher, if that makes sense. Like I assume that like my batch isn't, but I think like when it started, they like got it blessed.
Interesting. Okay, I got it. So like the original strain was kosher, and now it's probably not. Now it's just
like,
a brand.
I don't know. I assume they're not like keeping up with it. I don't really know how it works. I'm not Jewish, so like I don't really have I don't care. It's just really awesome.
I always assumed you were Jewish. Engelman's pretty Jewy.
No, not Jewy at all.
Huh. Good for you.
2% Asian or whatever. we looked at my 23andMe already. No, it's all like German and like, you know, poor countries over like.
Oh, it's like Engelmann. Like you were like
Polak shit.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fair. JM,
yeah, I mean, I was like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, like super Hitler kid.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Not like I was a big fan of Nazism. I just like I would have made the cut real easy.
Could be both.
I was like the mold. I mean, I had like bleach blonde hair as like a youngster, and bright blue eyes. The summer was good to me.
Interesting. All right, so not a Jew. Good for you.
And I tan really well because my dad looks like Saddam Hussein, but also he's not like Iraqi or anything along those lines. Same heritage, same dad, but.
Huh.
I use a picture of when they pulled Saddam out of that hole as the picture for when my dad calls me on my phone.
Okay. Right. Lots of process here.
It's baseball, so we don't really have that much to talk about.
I do want to chime in. Actually, that is like baseball announcers too, where they go on those long tangent stories. Like, yeah, sometimes you talk about me not being a Jew. Like that's what happens in baseball chatter. OG Kush, I just wanted to say, is actually my preferred strain, so that's I'm okay with that. I bought an ounce of it yesterday, in fact.
I think it's like a cross with it. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I assume all the Kush families are related. M. Bosch, Josh's email is josh@awesomemode.com. No last name.
Won the High Times Indica Cup in 2010 and 2011.
Oh, good for, you know what? I'm glad that Jewish people are making money off of this because they really don't have enough venues to pull down an income. So thank God.
It's really great for sleep. Like I've noticed my sleep being better.
Actually, my old weed network in New York was all Jewish women, which I felt was like very empowering. I don't think they had kosher kush though. Sorry,
I'm fucking with my can because the green screen catches it, so it's like kind of clear, and the spreadsheet goes through it.
Oh, so that's fun. That you're finding fun things to do. Somebody might have tapped the kosher kush before the stream based upon that.
I didn't. I can't, or else I wouldn't be able to do this. I mean, we could do that some weekend or something. But if you need like actual answers from me, I just had enough trouble putting my lineups in stone sober.
That's funny. Okay, so now I'm seeing you play with it on the screen too. That was fun. All right, I'm with you. If you have any BFS baseball questions, drop them in the chat.
Yeah, hit me. I've got my lineups in. I don't have to make any more changes, so like I'm ahead of the game today.
Any concern about the Rockies weather? It's yellow on some sites that track such things, but you had no concerns about that? Okay. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm playing Arenado right now, so I don't either. Nothing else in the chat right now. Oh, how about a Miami stack?
No, I have 0 Marlins. They're a lot more feasible on DK. They're completely unplayable on FanDuel. I mean, you can get to a line or two on Marlins or on DK if you want to. 1, 2, 3.
Jeremy Wixon asked about NBA. There is no NBA tonight, so we do not have NBA thoughts currently.
Yeah, I mean, the Warriors are going to win by 100 points over 4 games. M. Bosch, my email is josh@awesomeo.com. Not my full name. Just wanted to get that in there quick.
I answered that before. I think while you were playing with your can.
Oh, maybe. Really? I wasn't listening to you.
How many of the top DFS players are Jewish? I honestly don't know anything about the top DFS players. So
I probably couldn't name 10 of them.
Yeah, I mean, this is something. I mean, obviously, we're owned by one of the top players in DFS and whatever, but I don't personally find DFS top player idolization culture super relevant to my interests. So I don't know about those guys. I did listen to that podcast interview with that guy Condia though. That shit was wild. That guy's life. If you want to listen to it, it's a podcast that Adam Levitan does, and he had Condia. It was actually I think one of Osmo's, maybe one of his friends ish people. But he told the whole story about how he battled depression with DFS and some stuff, and went very deep into his kind of history. And it's really interesting listen, I think, both from a human content and from a DFS perspective. So go check that out. I think it's the Daily Fantasy something feed. If you look at Adam Levitan's Twitter, you'll find it. Yeah. But a worthwhile listen. I have no issue promoting different content that people do. That's interesting, but I really don't care besides that about top players who don't employ me.
I've never really tracked it.
Yeah. Chris Taylor numbers on DK? I don't know. Chris Taylor? Question mark, Josh?
I mean, I probably have a bit of him. Nope, I have 2%. Just like I like my milk. Going back to it. No, I barely have any of them.
Is it me, or is every night a baseball player is getting pulled from a game for undisclosed reasons? I don't know that that's every night.
It's probably pretty close. There's, 30 teams playing basically every day.
Oh, yeah.
But I think he's 70 opportunities to do that, more or less. So
I assume he was meaning like after lock. Because like Maeda yesterday got pulled after in the second inning or something like that.
Do we want to talk about Pusha T just absolutely murdering Drake yesterday?
Yeah, so I mean, I generally agree with the Twitter meme that it was like Drake had some insults that were kind of harsh, and then Pusha T just kind of was had no boundaries in his response.
Don't bring up somebody's wife.
True. I guess that is the line for some folks. I don't know. It was a little much to make fun of his friend who's dying and stuff like that, I thought, but it's a good beef. It's a fine rap.
He got him pretty bad here.
He did. I mean, Drake's flow was better, and I think Drake's a better rapper. I like Pusha T's response, though, was pretty on point. I think Drake's going to kill him, though, in the end. I find that hard to believe that he wouldn't.
I don't know.
He's got to have some dirt somewhere out there. I mean, Pusha T, I think the fact alone that he kind of just took the whole, you didn't actually deal drugs thing immediately as an L, there's probably some more, pussy stories in his background.
Marcos, Drake got to go back to the wheelchair.
And the photo that they used was, I mean, I get that the Drake blackface photo was not it wasn't him actually doing that. And he was supposed to be a metaphorical kind of artwork thing. Not a great look, though. Not a great look.
No, it's great. So fucking great.
But see, that's the thing. I don't think that Pusha is actually a gangster. I don't think he's actually a gangster. I think that's what Drake was getting at, and I think that's what Drake's going to really hammer in hard. That's the thing is with these rap beefs. Boy, you have anything out there that's a thread. If you have a Brian Colangelo burner Twitter, that shit's going to get aired out in song pretty soon. So that would worry me a little if I were Pusha T.
Well, I mean, it's not like Drake's the hardest guy in the world.
No, but he does find. I mean, he did kind of hurt a few rappers throughout his days, and I think that if your gimmick is being I was slinging drugs, blah blah blah, and actually you're not doing that, I think that can be poked apart in a fun way.
I'm sure Drake gives no fucks because he's Drake, and why would he care? I'd treat him like he didn't exist.
Yeah, he probably didn't need to respond in the first place, but I guess Pusha T kind of made him take the bait. I don't know. I mean, he should have treated him like his son and acted like he didn't exist in the first place. The porn star thing was weird, too. I saw one of my friends sent me a Reddit thread from, I think it's r/hip-hop heads on Reddit. And I guess some guy who's a Redditor sent his dick pic to the porn star in question on Snapchat at some point, and she replied "Oh, great dick," and he sent the screenshot and everything. And it's I don't know. I could see why you wouldn't want that as a baby mother if she's she's reading the large penises that get sent to her.
Dude, why didn't you just pay to make that go away?
Some people don't want to get paid off for that. They want to have a financial gravy train for 18 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's whatever.
getting in that bag. Her bag just happens to be one filled with fetuses.
I just killed her.
Thoughts on Urania tonight? I still like Urania. I'm not coming off Urania.
I got a bunch of them.
Yeah. See no reason to not play Urania tonight. I'm not like thrilled to play him, but I'm playing him.
Yeah, it's not my favorite thing I've ever done.
But I've felt that a lot in life, and sometimes that ends up with a decent outcome. Tehran in Showdown or all bats?
I don't know anything about Baseball Showdown.
Yeah, me neither. I can't imagine playing it. Especially in a game with like a night with 10 games. Play the 10 games. What's your usual routine for playing DFS? Do you keep yourself focused and disciplined amidst the vast amount of data?
I mean, like, I've basically done all of the focus and discipline work so that I don't have to do that on a day-to-day basis. So, like, I just dump in the day's shit and take what it gives me and then make tweaks from there. But, like, I'm not really reading into anything at all.
Yeah, for me, like, I try to do the research in the beginning of the day and then kind of make my stuff. But I'm not using, like, I'm not multi-entering like Josh is. So I don't know. I think you should have your process. I think that is kind of the thing, first of all. And I think you need to have some sort of checks and balances to make sure you're successful with that process. So that would be the first place I would start. But it's going to be very variable depending on your personality and shit.
Right. Like, I mean, I've got every sheet set up here so that I can, at a moment's notice, know, like, where I'm at on a particular player, where we're projecting their ownership, if I'm cool with that. Like, I can get to that shit really quickly. So I don't really do any digging. I mean, I probably couldn't name half of the starting pitchers today because it's just they can name them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It really makes no difference to me.
Like I apparently has won 4 Gs this weekend playing Showdown. So why? Like, so you probably don't need to ask us. Yeah. But I think.
Why the fuck you want my advice?
But you know, I mean, we don't think Tehran's like a great play. So I think in that respect, no. But
I have like one line of him. That's about it. He's not the worst option from a value perspective on FanDuel, but it's not the direction I'd like to go.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't love him as a pitcher, but in a Showdown thing, I mean, look, if you're winning at Showdown, fucking, you know how to play Showdown. It's pretty great. Who is a cheap SP2 that you like? Urania.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think, is there anybody cheaper than Urania you would play with any sort of confidence or joie de vivre?
Probably not. Eovaldi, yeah. I guess.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I have some Eovaldi. The reason I say that.
Any thoughts on the Colangelo burner accounts? We talked about this a little before we actually came on the stream, but Josh, what do you think about it?
I mean, with the amount of like writing that they did on the Ringer for this, the chances of it not being him are, to me, like basically zero. He has to lose his job. Other people are probably going to lose their job. It's not good. It's fucking hilarious. But it's really bad. It's a bad look. I mean, Brian Colangelo is probably going to get himself, like, sort of blackballed from the league. I mean, he's going to have to go away for a while. Man, I don't know. If Danny Ferry can get back, anybody
he'll have a cushy landing. His dad is... the family's too connected, I think.
Well, until he drops dead. Jerry Colangelo's 78.
But still, I mean, like, a lot of press people... Like, I think Colangelo is one of those guys who's been pointed out, like, the press is softer on him usually because he has those buddy-buddy relationships.
Yeah, but apparently he's a dick.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, that's surprising, but, like, Zach Lowe made mention to it, like... You know, every writer has stories of, like, Jerry Colangelo or Brian Colangelo reaching out because, like, somebody said something unflattering about his team or something like that.
Thin skin.
Apparently, he's, like, barked a little bit at writers from time to time. So I don't think anybody really gives a fuck about him. And, I mean, honestly, if he's going to be talking about guys, like, failing physicals and, like, airing out individual player shit, he'll never make a return.
I feel like he'll get
the Embiid of the next. So like, all right, he's gonna get fired by the Sixers. Let's just assume that happens. Whoever is like the Embiid or Simmons of the next team that he could go to is gonna be like, fuck no. Like, how's he gonna go? Like, let's say like he could never go to like the Thunder. Russ would be like, no, he aired out other people's bullshit before. Like, no, he's not gonna be our GM. And they'll be like, okay, yeah, he's not gonna be our GM. He's gonna have to be like a special assistant to the whatever the fuck.
Right. That's what I think he'll land at. Like he won't. You're right. He won't get a GM job, but I think he'll get that like consultant, like blah 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 bullshit job that like the failure GMs always get.
It's like Danny Ferry. They've been, he's been hidden for so long ever since that Luol Deng stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like I agree. I think that's sort of where I would fall with it as well. I think it's really stupid that he would do that, and I think it just shows, honestly, like how much the internet gets people. Like I really built up a callous over like enough years doing this, and in particular working at Barstool, where people are like kind of shitty, both like fans and the people who like hate the brand. But it's like if you don't build up that callous, like it's hard to not have the rabbit ears up at all times, and it doesn't go away no matter how successful you are. Like you could be Kevin Durant or Brian Colangelo, who's failed upwards in multiple jobs and still have the rabbit ears up like that, where you just have to be heard and you have to chime in and defend your fucking stupid big collars. Like, what an asshole.
It's just so silly. Like, I don't get it.
People just can't take it.
Yeah.
That's honestly just what it is. He just didn't want to see himself get bashed anymore. And like, obviously nobody's ever defending Brian Colangelo, like the son of the connected guy. Like, so he just had to do it himself. It's like sad.
The amount of people that talk shit about me, I don't make nearly that much money. I would never look at a mention again if I were Brian Colangelo. But like, fuck everybody. I won life. You guys suck.
Yeah, if you could be in that ivory tower, be in your fucking ivory tower.
Yeah, don't pick up my trash or dig my ditch or whatever the fuck, man. I'm Brian Colangelo. That would be the way I would treat life. I would never know what a Twitter mention was.
All right, let's do some quick run of questions. How about Stripling? Yes, Stripling is great. Second baseman, 4K under DK Cash. I don't think we're going to be able to answer that in a speed round. But do you have a second baseman?
For sure.
Okay.
Second baseman under 4,000 for Cash.
Dozier, yes, Dozier or question mark?
Either Dozier or Cabrera.
Okay. How long did it take you to build your spreadsheet?
This is the second version in this MLB season, redone from scratch. So I don't know, 20 hours.
Everybody, Luke Kemna just gave his lineup, so if you want to steal his lineup and use it, go ahead and do that. He's giving it for free. It's probably really great. Romero or Gray? No site.
Gray. It doesn't matter which site. I don't have any Romero. Does anybody? No. No one even has Romero.
Okay. Can this guy start a Fans of Awesemo league on DraftKings? I would say don't use our brand name, but you can maybe do that.
No, yeah, you could do that. There's anybody can create whatever on there, so they're not functionally. It's just a name. Yeah.
Yeah, just don't like spam people or scam people and shit, and maybe I don't know. Maybe don't use the brand name. What prompted the redo? I presume of your spreadsheet?
The first one built up with some poor calculations and circular stuff that I wanted to clean up, so I just wanted to redo it so that it worked faster. I just had some sorting issues with big data, so I cleaned up some of the formulas for it.
Call it actually you should call it Fans of Chubster. I think would be the best way to really hit the core group.
Fans if you want of Baseball Savant.
Actually, yes, please make it Fans of Baseball Savant. That's fine. Either Baseball Savant or Chubster. I'm okay with either.
There's 10 of them for just me from the NBA.
Luke Kemna says he's watched Romero pitch. He's from Minneapolis. Big Minnesota Jakes fan. And Romero's apparently quite good for his age. I don't mind Romero. Romero has graded out well for me in previous slates. I just didn't get him tonight.
Yeah, he's just to me he's not a play.
Let's see. What's up, Josh?
Not much, Eric.
What's your biggest DFS win? Mine is still the same top 5 finish I had in NBA.
I don't know.
Hasn't gotten better for me.
It was a second or third in a relatively big tournament.
I mean, I won a showdown, to be clear, but just with 650 people, so it didn't really help. Taking down any GPPs lately, I haven't, but I'm also just playing fucking stupid showdowns and one lineup.
Just some top tens.
Didn't allow an earn run. Hey, look, Romero. Luke Kemp is really hyping up Romero. Sure, go. That guy believes Romero that much. Romero must be okay.
He got a D and an F, or D and E rating on DraftKings, and E and C rating on FanDuel. So I'm gonna pass.
Urania's a D and a C, which is not great. Actually, didn't look up that before.
Yeah, but he grades out well for me personally, so I'm okay going that direction. Okay.
Good. I appreciate that because I'm locked in on Urania. I'm not changing it now. And Bosch just won the $12 single entry into early. And Bosch is apparently winning a lot of tournaments. It's got to be above 10,000 people though. That is the thing. It's our one barrier of entry.
Yes, it is.
How are premium numbers going for you guys? They've actually gone very well, but I don't think it's our place to discuss them publicly. No. But they've been very good.
Let's just say this: I'm happy with my lifestyle choice.
Yes, it was good enough to make me feel confident about coming aboard full time.
Yeah, I'm not mad I quit my job.
When NFL comes around, we have a membership for that. Yes, we will. In fact, the goal, part of why I'm coming on full time, is to do a shitload of NFL starting very early, hopefully. So we're going to be doing a ton of NFL stuff. We'll be doing live before lock shows with NFL. So we are very much going all in with. Does Osmo Fortitude have the same facial hair? I don't think we. That
was on the paperwork I signed. I don't know about you.
Mine, I can't do anything else. I really cannot. I mean, if I went barefaced again, I guess I could. But I had a lot of good beard feedback from ladies, so I don't know.
I look like a fucking dope when I don't have a beard. So.
Yeah. I look too young, like especially with like my hair like this right now. I just feel like I lose too much age. I don't want to look like I'm 24 always. People then don't take you seriously. They think you're a fuckboy always. It's not great with girls.
I try to hide the second chin as much as I can.
That's actually a pretty good beard strategy too. I'm with you. Carves out that facial structure so you look like you have a chiseled jaw even if you're mushy. Sorry, people did say I look like Nolan Arenado yesterday, which I take with some pride after Googling images for him.
All I got is Shia LaBeouf, which I'm not really stoked about.
Very successful run.
I guess. He killed the 5 Fingers of Death freestyle on Sway, so I'm happy about that.
M. Bosch apparently winning a lot of tournaments. M. Bosch, well, hey, if you did win that and you sent the email to Josh, then we'll have you on and we'll dig into your stupid brain, steal all your ideas.
Oh, we're locked.
Yay! I mean, any weird ownership?
By the way, no, I didn't get that email.
Oh. So figure it out, M. Bosch.
Personal email.
No, he said he sent it to Josh at Osmo. Figure it out, M. Bosch.
I didn't get it yet.
It's part of the job. Oh, yeah, the Nats are pretty highly owned. Pretty highly owned.
Really?
Oh, 23% for Harper, 20% for Matt Fat Adams, 11% for Turner, which is not that bad.
That's a lot.
10% on Reynolds.
You have Soto?
Oh, yeah, Soto at 28%.
28?
Yep.
Fuck, man, we're way off.
This is in the single entry, though, so it might be a little different in the rally cap. Maybe a little bit.
Let me look.
Is there anything more in the works for more videos? Would love a tutorial / walkthrough video on lineup construction and analysis.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do more of that. I think it's more of a bandwidth thing, but there's no reason. I think we absolutely can take requests on stuff. So if you have thoughts on things you want to see, drop them in the chat or tweet us or email josh@osmo.com.
Yeah, I'm going to have a tutorial video out in like the next 10 days or so.
There you go. So we're going to do that. I mean, it's just, we're trying to get it out there. But, yeah, definitely send in your requests, helpful suggestions. Soto's 22% owned in Table Center. Soto, big day for Soto. Good for him.
He's 21 in the mini-max.
I don't like that. I didn't think he was that great of a play, but I figured, sure.
I have more than that.
Huh. Well, hopefully he does well.
Ooh, covered the chat. I'm going to take a look at what my ownerships are for the people that have come out. So, Soto is 20. Well, 21. Let's round that shit down so I don't have to fucking point out dumb shit. There we go. Soto 21. I have 27. Matt Adams 17. I have 26. Harper 16. I have 23. Turner 15. I have 27. Reynolds 10. I have 9. So I am double on most of the big bats of the Nats. I'm very happy about that. Scherzer 31, which is probably right where I'm at. Yep, I got 30, so I love that. Musgrove 8%. I've got 8%, which had I known that, I would have taken less Musgrove. I mean, I only had 8 because we were projecting 2.
He's public Joe Musgrove now. After you were hyping him up, you were touting him. Now he's a big dog.
Rendon 9%. I got 8. I got 19, so that's exciting. I like it. Go Nats.
Yeah, go Nats. Go. Actually, not Rendon. I mean, I'm not playing Rendon. Go Arenado. Go my parent lookalike Nolan Arenado. Go Urania especially. But yeah, all right, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that so you'll know when Josh and Jake go live in the morning and when we go live here for these shows. Also, whenever we have videos going up. So go subscribe, like this video, do all that stuff. If you're not a premium member on Awesemo.com yet, you should be, because all the things that we reference are on there and ready for you to access at any given time. Ownership projections, rankings, Awesemo's breakdowns of stuff like who's going to be the most successful pitcher. So go sign up, join now, do all that stuff. And Josh, any parting words for these fine folks?
Nah.
Yeah,
I don't know. Not really.
All right,
I don't know. Good luck tonight, I guess.
Yes. So good luck from me and the Chubster, and we'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for tuning in.
Fuck all y'all.